Hey everybody, it's a Heroes Call here, and welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Last time on The Wind Waker, we were told. I'm so used to starting episodes by saying we were told by the King of Red Lions or King of Non-Existent Things. No, last time on The Wind Waker, we completed the second floor, which actually was pretty much just along the first floor. Now, in the last episode, if you remember, I said that we are going to be heading towards the third floor, but we actually have a treasure chest to get here, and to the treasure chest that I think I might have forgotten in the last episode, and they're kind of important for this LP. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of backtracking and fighting a bunch of enemies that used to give you trouble. Like, you had to use like 3 different weapons on them in the game previously, but now you can do it in like 1 hit. I don't think there's any arrows in this room whatsoever, so you kind of have to bring your own arrows, so do this before you run out of arrows. You can't leave this dungeon, and theoretically I guess you could get the upgrade for arrows. Spoiler alert, there's an upgrade for arrows, but it wasn't really that much of a spoil since you can carry 99 bombs. I think you can carry 99 arrows. Anyways, here's treasure chart number 1 that we needed last episode, so we're gonna start heading back, like moving. No matter, like, it's pointing in one direction and it's still moving. No pun intended. Yeah. And I love how it's still moving. That's the only way you can actually have something move by itself. So now that we're done with everything, let me double check. Yep, we got all the treasure chests. We've been in every room. Nothing left but the 3rd and 4th floor. Otherwise known as the 3rd floor, and then a generic looking boss room. Okay, it's not that generic looking. I did not know you can just jump right back down there if you want to find a way to get down there. I did not know that, honestly. These guys are not alive, apparently. Those beamos are there to make trouble for you. Or make it double. Prepare prepare the world for devastation. With pineapples. When I was a kid, I used to always want pineapples. I'm so weird. I love how I'm talking about pineapples in this Zelda game, where pineapples don't even technically exist in Zelda, not that I know of. Well, not in the 3D world. You got the big key. And that's not very much of a surprise at all, but now here's what is a surprise. It actually scared me when I was a kid. That's why I'm always worried about these guys like becoming evil whenever I see them, is because they can actually be normal, but then as soon as you set off a trigger, they'll actually turn bad. I recommend just doing a spinning attack because it's overpowered, like in all of the Zelda games. And it's a lot quicker than other things you could do. And I don't know how I got back there when I was standing in front of the chest trying to get rupees. Like I was saying, there's an upgrade for the arrows, and you can, in theory, go get that, but that's a really big waste of time. You have to go so far away from the dungeon, it's not even funny. Let me use arrows since, you know, this is the arrow game. These birds right here, these are the birds cutscene that I never knew about. I don't think I've ever actually made note of that before when I was playing. These ones you can't hit, but all they do is block the path so you can't go up. You can easily beat them with arrows. Those birds, they drop the golden feathers that you'll need 20 of, like I was saying earlier. It leads to something actually pretty good. Once again, you can just use your arrows to break these things really easily. The red ones you cannot destroy, however. You can just run right past them now. Jesse and James. I'm gonna think about Jesse and James for like the rest of the dungeon now, which actually isn't that long. The dungeon's coming to a close. Don't worry if you fall off the edge. It's not gonna send you all the way back to the bottom like some games do. I know there's I forget what it's called, but there's a game where you have to climb this giant tower, and if an enemy knocks you off the top, you're pretty much done. You have to restart the whole entire dungeon again, and it's so frustrating. These 2 red ones, you can't beat them, and they actually do move in a perfect order where they should be able to hit you, but, you know, when they start shooting lasers, they take too long. Over here, I hope there's some magic. My bottles are full. You might need a fairy if you're not very good. with your skills of bow and arrow, but you're not gonna need the elixir soup at all. That's why some people don't recommend getting it yet. And of course, I can't even. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, give me your health. I wish fairies healed magic too, but they only heal health. The reason I use fairies is because I don't have to worry about waiting for the perfect moment to use fairies, because you know you don't know what move the boss might do next when you're fighting them. So walk in here and look at some pretty cool looking patterns on the ground. It's electrocuted, I think, actually. Yes, it is. So yeah, don't do what I did there. You have done well to find your way to this place. Oh, chosen one. Accept this final challenge. Hands with eyes. Where have I seen this idea before? Oh yeah, it's a reused boss idea from Ocarina of Okay. This thing is a lot more original than you'd think, honestly. First of all, it'll take one arrow like the one in Ocarina of Time. Also, you don't need to worry about running out of arrows, because he'll actually give you arrows to use on him when you run out. And oh, overkill attack. Or I used to call it overheat a lot. And the game lags there a lot, especially if your Wii is older or your disc is older. You might have to worry about the... Oh, jeez! You might have to worry about the targeting being messed up or something, but besides that, this boss is fairly easy. And I know I'm going to completely jinx this by saying this, but I feel it important to say. I don't know why. Maybe I just want to be a show-off. And I've never taken damage in this boss battle. Enemy placement, and he almost got me there again. That's great. I've never taken damage in this boss before. But of course, the one time I decide I'll say that out loud, before I can even finish saying it, the game decides, hey, let's completely just mess up his whole entire. I can't believe I did that while locking on. I didn't want to let go, or else I might shoot an arrow and mess up. Bomb, throw into his mouth, explode, rinse and repeat. I think they gain a new attack, actually, after you hit him twice, which is kind of bad because he only needs 3 of those bombs in his mouth. If they showed it, I'd be very, very happy. If not, I'll make note of it. Also, their health regenerates a lot faster. It looks like I'm going to run out of arrows. Oh, jeez. Whoa, that was kind of cool looking, actually. That reminded me of that one show I was watching yesterday. And there I go again. Oh gosh. I'm just really sucking. If you run out of arrows, I told you he spits arrows out at you, so. It might be kind of hard to get though, because look how much damage I took. I've never taken damage on this guy, and of course his hands reopen, so you can't hit him anymore now. Well, I can't hit him anymore. You guys are probably done with this boss already. If you're playing along, you're definitely done with this boss already. This boss is not hard whatsoever. Honestly, in my opinion, this could be one of the easiest bosses in the game. Now that his hand is dead, I mean, his eyes are dead. I don't know if you can kill eyes. There you go. It's the end of the boss that I took almost 3 hearts on, even though I've never taken damage before. The path can now be open. Oh, chosen one. What will now come to pass is tied to your fate, the path that you have chosen. Go forward with caution. That's the end of the boss's name, who I don't remember. Let's just call him You know what? Being a boss who's mainly focused on using his eyes to fight you. Any name that you can think of that starts with an I, whether it be Isaac or Isaiah or Isabel, that's what we're going to call this boss. In fact, we're going to call this boss I. You know what he says to himself? I am totally awesome. If you have hands with eyes and there are also a bunch of electric fields that protect you, you are totally awesome. Or should I say, I am totally awesome. And we got a heart container. That gives us 8, 7, I can't count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8. Woohoo, I can count. 8 hearts. Which is actually going by pretty quick because usually by this time in the game I only have like 6 or 7. But whatever, I am doing this in a very specific order. Teleporting. Out. Head up the ladder. Only time you ever get to come here, which is pretty sad because this is actually one of my favorite areas in the whole game. I couldn't climb up the ladder, so there's your last fail of the so-called dungeon. So this whole entire area just exists for this one scene. Use your grappling hook.